Well, in Uvalde, we know very little about the shooter. We know that the police were called to his house. All those documents are withheld. And David, you're right on. These children have had interaction with the FBI. And it's funny you would mention the video games, because if I raised two boys, and I would hear them on a Game Boy or Xbox, and I would hear them talking to somebody, and I'm like, who are you talking to? And it's a complete stranger. I do believe that the FBI has the ability to contact children that have had connection with the Justice Department and that are on the cocktail of drugs and influence them to do stuff. And we need to see the documentation of the Uvalde shooter, of his early years when the police were called to his house. Nicholas Cruz, the police were called to his house. These drug courts where they divert the criminal, instead of putting them in prison, they're going to say, you need mental health treatment. The behavioral health and mental health industry, again, is $1 billion industry. These children that are on a cocktail of drugs, these drugs have not been researched. You have the Tennessee shooter who was on a cocktail, we now learned a fifth drug. And those drugs have never been researched on how they interact with each other, but they're homicidal ideation, suicidal ideation, aggravation, just aggression. And the FDA, who I've testified before to get the black box suicide warning on these drugs, they remain silent. And so this FBI report is very telling. Our organization is calling for hearings into the link between psychiatric drugs and mass shootings. If we do not have this discussion, which I give you a lot of credit for, Joe, to have me on and discuss this, we're in the same bad movie. It's just the same plot, different actors, different states, but we are not getting into the solution at all.